Yay, it's working. Alright, good deal. I'll be back in just a second, though. One moment. I don't know how much we've got here in the way of intro, but here we go. Let's scroll through. Um, I'll probably mostly use the Lord British and Vic Viper on my attempts here, but there's also a green ship called the Gray something that I unlocked. You can see in the background. I don't know if there's a fourth ship or not, or if that's where it ends. So I am going to play through the game one more time with the green ship. I want to say I played through it again with the Vic Viper, and I didn't do anything either. I want to play with the green gray ship, green, gray, whatever. They don't know the difference. So I'm going to give myself like 30 credits here to make sure I can do it. I think it took 9 the last time I played through it. And then after that, we'll reset and just do high score attempts. This is a well-designed classics collection. They did it, in my opinion, the smart, easy way, which is to say, if you the games, however they handle score when you continue is however they handle it. But as far as the high score tables go, continuing just disables getting a high score, which I think is great. That's exactly how it should work. Simple enough. If you want a high score, click. And the game doesn't actually save a high score table. It doesn't even have a save states option, I don't think, which is a little bit backwards, I guess, to some people. It may have a rewind feature, which is weird as shit, too. It has like a training mode where you can do all sorts of strange stuff. This particular game doesn't have a training mode, though, oddly enough. And this is the one that they created specifically for this collection. Salamander's an interesting game. It has a lot of things that are different about it than Gradius. Like, you pick up the power-ups directly rather than spending them on a power-up bar, which is its main change. So that's very different, and less strategic, and more traditional. It also has you continue directly from wherever you die. And probably its most distinct feature that people know of is that every other level, it starts off on a horizontal level, but every other level is vertical. So it alternates between vertical and horizontal shooter. Um, Life Salamander got retooled into Life Force and got changed a couple times over. The U.S. Life Force has like a different, slightly more organic theme to it or whatever. The Japanese Life Force goes a step further to make it more like Gradius by giving it the traditional power-up bar. Oh, also the Salamander games are 2 players simultaneous. They have several things that are very distinct about them from Gradius. Gradius has none of these things. It's set back when you die. It's 2 players take turns. It's uses a spending bar every time. Uh, all that stuff's completely different. So, without further ado, I'm gonna play some Salamander. Oh, and if anyone's wondering why I didn't stream the Battlefield 6 beta, or if I played it, I did play it. I do like it. I didn't stream it because I'm really bad at Battlefield. It took like 3 or 4 hours for me to get to where I was like running even KD almost. I did pick it up after a while, and it is fun. Like I'm playing with friends. I'll be doing it again today. I don't think I'll stream it until we own the game and are really more into it, and our team has everything worked out. We're experimenting with some strategies that we've had a little bit of luck with, and we even got top team once, so not too bad. This green ship is really weird. It has a twin shot for laser, which isn't so weird. And it has these very odd straight bombs. The ripple, though, check this out. Yeah, that's different. So I did stream every game in this collection previously, but not these versions necessarily. For the Gradius games, none of them are these versions. In fact, I did the NES and Famicom version for the first game, the PC Engine CD-ROM game for the second game, and the Super Nintendo Super Famicom version for the third game, which I like better for sure than the arcade version. However, so I've spent some time with the arcade version of these games thanks to this collection, and they're awesome. I mean, they're all great. The PC Engine port of 2 is so close that I can barely tell the difference either way. And honestly, it won almost, except for the slight pan and scan that you notice all the time. But 3 is like way different in the arcade than it is on Super Nintendo. It has these 3D levels and shit, which I can't even reach, but it's got some weird stuff going on for sure. It's not your average thing. And then they have the AM show version, which is like an early beta of it, I guess, and that has completely different bosses, different graphics. A lot of it looks better, in my opinion. So that's really, really strange, too. But I always thought that the arcade version of Gradius 3 was like an unplayable piece of shit. I never played it in the arcade. I'm American, and it didn't come out in the arcade in the US at all. The only version of it we got was a Super Nintendo game. To my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody. I do not think that there's an American Gradius 3 arcade machine that ever existed. The thing is so my exposure to the arcade version is primarily from playing it on PS2 because it's in the collection with Gradius 4, which is almost the only good way to play Gradius 4, I believe. So I should have dodged that power up. That was a mistake. Really bad mistake. Or not. Or die. I'm just going to do all my talking this round since I'm free playing it and don't really care how I'm doing. So anyway, it turns out, what I was going to say is the PS2 version doesn't have nearly as much slowdown as it does on this. If you actually get powered up, you can get the game going pretty slow, much like the Super Nintendo game. Not nearly to that extent, but like it slows down a lot, and it makes it a lot more playable. This does not happen on PS2. I think the PS2 version is just running too fast, and that makes it like an actual fucking nightmare to play. It's awful. Like, forged in the fires of hell, awful. Game's short though. It's only got 6 levels. It's not crazy short for an arcade game, just kind of short. The difficulty ramps up a whole lot when you get to the 5th and 6th levels are just very, very challenging. It does get really hard. It starts off very fair too. It's got a really good difficulty balance. Escalates appropriately, I think. It's just easier for my brain to manage at this point. That circle shot is weird stuff. Very cool. That thing changes the formation of your options, and I absolutely hate it. I think it's the worst power down in this game, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure there's a good way to use it and make that like the better way to do it or whatever, but it changes the shots to where they're like the options where they all form into a direct line wherever you go. points out of a straight line. Man, I was doing so good. And I wasn't. The screen does get pretty busy with shots here, but not nearly as bad as Gradius 3's arcade version. Yes, I've mostly given up on calling it Gradius. Yes, I do still believe that Gradius is probably the correct pronunciation. I grew up calling it Gradius though, so it's easy for me to go back and forth. I will almost certainly just continue to refer to Paradius as Paradius because I'm almost certain that Parodius is completely fucking wrong. It's not a parody, it's a parody. They need to do a collection of those games too. I need it. I'm a Konami shooting addict. Get funky with it. See how it goes. Also, since I have streamed quite a bit of Gradius, I will continue to do so because I love these games. But future ones will probably just be all the games on this. Like that'll be a common stream where it's just just playing a bunch of these and cycling through them, trying to put high scores on different ones and mixing it up with them all. Have a little Gradius arcade. Shit.
Enemy vanguard cleared. Approaching objective.
This guy's probably gonna be hard to fight with this weapon. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this is the way to go. It sucks that I think that this is actually a high score with this ship, but I can do it again, you know, it's not a big deal, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. Oops, didn't mean to put in more money. Yeah, see, and it tells you you're ineligible at that point, which is good. This should work. Maybe there's another ship or something if you want to CC it also, I don't know. I haven't done that clearly. head.
Go to the right.
This also gives me a chance to show the credits for the game, which is always a good thing too. I should really probably do more playthroughs of the shmups that I stream. Just this part I don't care about very much. Like, it's nice to see what's in a game, but I don't really care all that much. You'll see it enough if you get there. You get somewhere legitimately in a shooter that's further in the game, you have to do it a million times to figure out how to get through it, so it's not like I don't see these parts enough, you know? I don't think I've ever beaten this level. Maybe I have. Maybe I have made it to the 5th level. I don't think I've made it to the 5th level on more credit yet. But usually this is where I die, or actually the level before this one's probably usually where I die. That's why I died this time. It's very common. That was a pretty average run that I just did. Might be a record for the green ship, which I think may have been at like 390 or something. So these things, instead of being like fire planets and having to watch out for dragons and fire arcs coming out of them like in 2 or whatever, they now have their own little gravitational pool. And they can be destroyed, as you've seen too. They can be nullified. Just hard. With this weaponry, too hard. This part doesn't matter. What does matter is pressing start. I'm so confused by the entire continuing process that it throws me off of what I would normally do. Continuing.
Subsurface Zealous Force signature detected. Expect heavy resistance. Speed up. Speed up. Ground laser, level 2. Multiple. Speed up. Multiple. Multiple. Engaging squad of big cores. Wide area weaponry appears effective. Keep the core.
Actually, I just realized this game only has 5. No, wait, this is the 6th level. Never mind. That was the 5th level I was on before. Is that right?
Please continue.
It doesn't have very many levels. What's the point? What's the point of making it? It's short. Very short. God damn it. Okay, this isn't going well. Please continue immediately.
Gray layer.
Didn't even qualify for the high school table. Even though the lowest entry is probably like 10,000 points or something. Yeah, what a nightmare.
Please continue. Gray layer.
See, well, the difficulty increases extremely steep here at the end. This is like a whole other game. I can't even stay alive for moments anymore. This is just stupid. But I'm sure it doesn't seem stupid when you roll in with power-ups and you know how to do it, etc., etc. Right now, though, it seems completely fucking stupid. Very literal interpretation of the cover come to life as a game. Boss. And some effects that vintage hardware probably would not have been capable of. The relatively convincing squishiness of this thing in the middle. Alright, now it's invincible and you have to focus on the dragon and it breaks into parts as you shoot it. This part, oddly enough, reminds me of Alien Crush, which has a segmented dragon enemy on one of the pinball bonus levels. Where you're like, have to hit the pinball until it's breaks to pieces. Every part of it can actually be damaged, but if you damage anything other than the head, it splits. I got the whole body enough times to where the things softened up a whole lot.
Please continue. Gray layer. Please continue. Gray layer.
This game actually does have a crash attack, I just haven't been using it. What happens is, if you use it, is it makes your weapons power down for like 5 seconds. It basically overpowers your weapons for 5 seconds and then powers them down for 5 seconds. And then there's just a really rough escape sequence here.
Emergency. Base destruction imminent. Evacuate immediately. Danger. 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 Round locked by multiple blocks. Please continue. Preparing full burst to clear path. Danger. 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 Engaging full burst mode. 3, 2, 1. Fire.
All those credits roll out here. But yeah, I think they did a great job with it. It definitely gets very steep on the difficulty at the end. You really just have to go in fully powered up. You don't get the advantage of slow down like a lot of the other games do. But it's not as crazy hard in general. Most of this stuff. Excuse me. I'll do high school attacks now, of course, for an hour or so, and then I'm gonna do lunch. I just wanted to get in some quick gaming time this weekend since I really hadn't done a stream. And then, I'll probably do a few during the week this week though, and next weekend probably we'll start on Aria of Sorrow. Maybe the weekend after that. We might do some different stuff next weekend. I don't know. What I really want to do here is just die and not continue. Let's see if I have anything new unlocked. Come on, die. If you try hard enough, you should be able to die. There we go. Let's see, I don't think that there's a fourth ship or anything, but I'm just going to check. Info about this stuff online is not very good yet. Or at least that's been my experience. Also, something I wanted to point out here, looking at the background on this area and on the title screen. Digital Foundry did a review on this, and they talked about how they liked the screen filter effect for the scan lines in all the other games, but they don't look right on this game. But the thing is they're trying to match it to a 240 pixel, and most of the art in this game is designed for 240. But those backgrounds, that background's in 480. The title screen's in 480. So they're applying the filter at 480 and splitting the pixel twice here, as opposed to the way it looks on the other one. I don't like the looks of screen filters anyway, so this isn't a big deal to me. But that is why it looks different on this particular game. This game does run at a different resolution. So it just looks like it's 240 because most of it's 240. Yeah, that didn't unlock anything. I'm going to go ahead and reset it, and then we'll do score attacks. Back in just a second here. I don't know. Hang on just a second. Yeah, I don't know much of what the difference is between the red and blue ship. They seem like mostly the same. There's got to be something obvious I'm just overlooking it. Their weapon loadouts seem pretty much the same. Maybe the missiles are different and the shield might be different. I don't know. The green one's radically different though. I mean, it's very obviously like a whole different thing. Oh, this is the C laser as opposed to the regular laser, maybe. I don't know what the difference is on that either. It is cool. We're just blasting through the teeth this time instead of having to dodge them. I think that's part of why they get things right, though, over at M2. Like, things are different in this game. Like, they changed the way a lot of things work, but it still seems the same. It's all rooted in the same ideas. It's just variations on the theme that it should be, you know.
Enemy behind us. Shoot the core.
Shit. That was very poorly done. Impatient, made bad decisions.
Go up. Speed up. Speed up. Multiple. Pick it up. Air missile. Level 2. Thermal laser. Caution. Entering asteroid field. Force field.
Wow, I have absolutely no idea what hit me there. That sucks.
Thermal laser. Level 2. Speed up.
Shit.
Speed up. Warping the front line.
Yeah, I'm just like constantly getting hit by weird little things that I'm not seeing. I need to get a better grip. Maybe I need to adjust where I'm sitting or something. Taking in the whole screen or something.
Laser. Warping out. Enemy Vanguard clear. Approaching objective. Shoot the core.
Shit.
Go to the right. Speed up.
I love the way they handle the high score tables in this game too, because they have a table for just this ship and then for any ship, you know. The any ship one tells you what your ship was that you achieved the highest one. You can also see what the best ship is overall. People say I didn't notice any ships red, blue, or green on that list either. So I think that's all of the ships. That went poorly.
Continue.
Two reds, a green, a red, two blues. Now you see, it's all over the place. I'm ranked 483 out of 1812, highest with a blue, 685, 900. Quite a bit of blue on the first page, but the reds are at the top, which is interesting.
Vic Viper, Type L. Missile chamber destroyed them all. Pick it up for speed up. Pick it up for missile. Speed up. Pick it up for multiple. Pick it up for laser. Multiple.
In fact, I wish Digital Foundry had applied more of the technical analysis to this particular game. Like, they would have noticed that some of the elements are 480. I can see it with my own eyes, you know. Especially the title screen, where it's like most obvious. And then the other thing is, like, I would like to know, and I think this is probably true, like the scaling effects and stuff, and like rotation and things like that, probably are applied at 480 as well. I'm not saying that this is a long-lost Salamander rebirth that they resurrected for the new package, but it was originally going to the Wii. But I'm saying it's definitely possible, because it kind of fits the same tech specs as their older games, I think. Unlike Haunted Castle Revisited, which is totally different and has a different widescreen resolution. Also stream that if you want to see more into Konami goodness. Shit balls. That sucks. That sucks even worse. Oh, goddamn. That's the overpowered thing that I was talking about before. Oh man, I'm doing so poor here. I don't think I'll make it past the first level. God, what a waste. What an absolute shitty run. I'm doing pretty bad this morning. I've done a lot better than this in previous playthroughs when I didn't stream. That's the way it goes, huh? These have been very shoddy attempts.
Speed up. Speed up. Laser level 2. Missile level 2. Full speed. Speed up. Multiple. Deep firing.
Right around the same spot, barely an improvement.
Please continue.
Just a second. Well, you can clearly see that the background isn't twice the resolution, right? It's 480. Probably 640 by 480, and the rest of it's probably 320 by 240.
Vic Viper Type L. Missile
Didn't mean to choose
destroyed
blue
all.
again, but I did. So here we go.
Pick it up. Speed up.
I have to choose green because that's going to be absolutely awful.
Speed up. Pick it up from multiple. Pick it up laser. Multiple. Missile level 2. Pick it up from ripple laser. Ripple laser. Multiple. Pick it up. Force field. Multiple. Force field. Encountering Moai within tissue. Multiple.
bamboozled there. I'm doing very poorly on this first boss. Like, I've consistently done poorly on the first boss, I think, in every attempt I've done today, haven't I? Died like twice, 2 or 3 times every time. Very, very poor. I shouldn't be dying at all on the first boss. It's not good. Oh god, I hate that. I hate it more than anything. I have to look for... There's another one in this level, and if I get lucky, maybe... If I get lucky, I'll probably die before that's all over, and we'll just forget about this entire attempt. This has just been dog shit, basically. There we go.
Enemy vanguard clear. Approaching objective.
Ironically, the best score I put up today was about 470,000 or something. But that was wouldn't have contributed to the high score table at all because I continued. I just wanted to show the whole game. This game apparently uses some sort of ranking difficulty while you play. Shouldn't have seen those enemies. That was wild. Sounds a little stupid.
Go to the right. Missile, level 2. Force field.
God damn it. No, no. I don't think that goes away either. It doesn't go away. You've got to find another one. I hate that so much. The shittiest, the only item that persists death, and it's like the only item I hate, so of course it would be the only item that persists death. Decided to rob me of all my lives right there, I guess. Like, I guess you have to get outside of the circle. That's really the only way you can operate, unless you're massively powered up and surround yourself with options.
Please, continue.
Oh yeah, there's a stage select.
Gray layer. Missile Tigers destroyed them all. Pick it up. Speed up. Pick it up. Missile. Speed up.
I find this shit really hard to use. Weird.
Missile. Level 2. Pick it up. Multiple. Pick it up. Multiple. Pick it up. Or multiple force field. Encountering Moai within tissue. Multiple. Laser. Level 2.
It's just gonna be easier for me to operate, mostly.
Heat battery. Final Blaze force field. Speed laser. Level 2. Enemy behind us. Super core.
There we go. That's how that's supposed to go.
Go up. Multiple. Pick it up. Multiple stage. Caution. Entering asteroid field. Speed up.
So I learned a small scoring trick on the original Life or Salamander and Life Force. Probably applies on Life Force as well if you can get powered up enough. And it actually made a huge difference on my score. It's on the first level. Very simple thing. That part where you shoot the little clumps of cells that swell up and explode, get really pixelated and explode because they sort of scale. You want to hit all those; they're worth a bunch of points. And so what you do is you arrange your options so these are widely set as you go through it. And you blow up everything. You'll end up. It's the difference between beating the first level with like 100,000, a little over 100,000, or a little over 200,000. You basically double your score. So it is a big deal. That ate it. Shields real fast, didn't it?
Enemy Vanguard clear. Approaching objective. Go to the right. Force field. Keep firing. Caution. Multiple large weaponized organisms detected. Multiple. Speed up. Multiple. Field laser.
Not what I really wanted. Wanted the other one.
Missile level 2. Multiple change.
Oh,
Mission
okay.
saved.
Fucking I am.
We're entering a metal gal lane. Stay alert. Speed up. Speed up.
I was playing fine, and then the game just decided to completely fucking fart out on me. Alright, whatever. Whatever.
Speed up.
If you guys ever wanted to know what Gradius syndrome is, this is it right here. You died, so now your punishment is you die. The game's ranking's not going to come down, but guess what? You don't have your items anymore. Good luck getting them. Fuck you. You guys are never gonna die without power-ups. They're just never gonna fucking die. Wow, I was doing great, and then it just flushed it all to hell right there. That's wild.
Test. Continue.
Be right back. So yeah, this is just going to be a really short stream. I'd like to do another run through with each character, with each ship, and see how it goes. But we'll see how much time I have here. This is just meant to be a short one. I'll probably do a longer stream later though of like Gradius Origins, just like proper, and like play a whole bunch of stuff on it. Because it's so fun. There's a lot of great stuff in here. The more I play video games, the more I just become an even bigger fan of these old Konami shooters and their style. Or new Konami shooter in this case, I guess. Hey, if they want to bring in M2 to do a bunch of stuff all the time, that to me preserves a lot of what I like about Konami. So I know you guys want your new Metal Gears and whatever the other fuck they make, Silent Hill or something. But I don't really play story-driven games and don't care about any of that shit. If they just want to like bring in M2 to occasionally bust out a new Gradius or Contra or something, then yeah, hell yeah. I'd rather see M2's efforts on more Contra than Way Forwards. Is that controversial? I don't know. Operation Galaga, from what I played in the demo, seems alright, but it's not like great. It's about the same quality as Shattered Soldier. It's very similar to Shattered Soldier. Did Way Forward make Shattered Soldier? I know they did Contra 4 on the DS, and everybody seems to love that game. I've never played it. I don't know anything about DS games, don't really have any DS emulations set up. I will be doing the Castlevania games, and those will be the only ones I've ever done, but those are in a compilation I have for PlayStation, so I don't know much about the DS. Not really a big Nintendo guy myself. I bought the Switch one, thought that was great. It's really a good handheld console. I'm sure the Switch 2 is great too, but I don't really feel like I need one. Not really looking for that right now in my life. Really, I use emulator handhelds more than I play any kind of modern AAA stuff portable. The way I look at it too, for AAA, like alternate screen or handheld gaming in my home or something, the input delay on local like Wi-Fi streaming is good enough now, and the input delay on your average AAA open world video game, like GTA type thing, is so fucking bad on modern games that it doesn't really make any difference to play them that way. You ain't playing Street Fighter that way though, or Call of Duty. I mean, that just fucking sucks, you know. I mean, it's just too slow. But like, you can play Ghost of Tsushima using SharePlay. You can play you know, Star Wars Outlaws or something. Any other game that's got a 300 fucking millisecond input delay every time you push a button. Yeah, that's the funny thing about input delay and how and whether or not a game is designed for it in terms of its action and stuff too. You can play a game like, I don't know, say Street Fighter 6. Let's say it has a 50 millisecond input delay. It's probably better than that, honestly. Let's just be harsh on it and say it's. I'm gonna give kind of high numbers here. Um, you add another 50 milliseconds to that 50 milliseconds due to streaming, all of a sudden that shit's unplayable. You take a game that, I shit you not, Red Dead Redemption 2 really does have like 350 milliseconds of input delay. You add another 50 to that, and you can't even tell. It's already so bad. What difference does it make? The whole game's kind of based around the idea of taking like a delayed action that it follows through with an animation anyway. Almost a stretch to call it an action game until you get to the whole shooting elements on it.
Enemy van are cleared. Approaching objective. Go to the right. Multiple. Speed up. Laser. Level 2. Multiple. Force field. Keep firing. Speed up.
Oh shit.
Laser. Laser. Level 2. Missile. Level 2. Force field. Caution. Multiple large weaponized organisms detected. Entering a metal gal layer. Alert. Speed up.
Nice. Short work of those.
Ripple
I like
laser
some of
go
that.
up.
Oh, what the? I didn't expect those to just fly through like that, but they did.
Caution, caution. Keep firing. Enemy Vanguard cleared. Approaching objective.
That was messy and left me in not a great spot. But here we go.
Target out.
Shit. That was a much better run, though. Just 1 second after this, and I'll be right back, and then we'll do a couple more probably before I wrap it up. Game over. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple more of these, and we'll wrap up Salamander 3. This was a Salamander 3 exhibition. This game is very cool, though. These purple clouds feel like they're straight out of the second game, but most of this does not have the look of the second game. It has this more pixel art style. It almost does look more like a Gradius game outside of the first couple levels. But it plays way more like a Salamander game, like the original Salamander. They even ditched the handy letter icons for the power-ups that Salamander 2 introduced and replaced them back with these weird, you gotta know what they look like symbols. I don't know why they took that. That feels like a step backwards. When I did Salamander and Salamander 2 in previous streams, I actually went with the PlayStation Salamander Deluxe Pack. That and the Saturn version, they deliver a pretty much arcade-perfect experience. I mean, they're pretty close to it. Most emulators for Salamander, I think, Salamander 2 are not very good. So it's probably a better way to play that in most ways. Although this, I guess, is now the best way. I don't understand why this first boss sometimes just gives me such a hard time. I don't see any point in continuing. Let's just try this over again.
Please continue.
Sometimes this first boss just goes absolutely sideways on me, and I don't know why.
Lord British Mark III. Destroy them all.
Not what I meant to choose. Not what I meant to choose. I got to at that time. I did not worry about shooting the core. That's really got to be the way it's done. Focus entirely on self-preservation. The rest will work itself out.
Pick it up. Multiple change. Caution. Entering asteroid field. Force field.
Fine with that, actually. That's the thing about the blue and red ships. They don't have a shitty weapon that you have to worry about. Whereas the green ship, it's not that the... It's not that the circles are shitty, it's that they're incredibly situational. So depending on the situation, they might be shitty.
Enemy vanguard cleared. Approaching objective. Shoot the core. Go to the right. Missile level 2. Force field. Laser level 2. Multiple deep battery. Multiple.
They just threw me into something that's not manageable with the power-up setup and stuff. Seems, yeah, yeah, bunch of bullshit, really. Whatever.
Base. Continue.
Try the blue ship. This will be my last run, no matter how it goes, probably.
Vic Viper Type L. Missile team destroyed them all. Pick it up. Speed up. Pick it up. Missile. Speed up. Pick it up. Laser. Missile level 2. Pick it up. Ripple laser. Pick it up. Multiple. Pick it up. Force multiple. Force field. Encountering Moai within tissue.
Yeah, I'm just getting a lot worse at it due to frustration and whatnot. But you know what? I'll probably just go ahead and let's go ahead and end this one off. I'll do one more attempt with blue. I said no matter how it goes, but this is unreasonably, I mean, insanely bad. I didn't think it would actually go that shitty. And if it does this time, I'll just wrap up the stream. But otherwise, we'll play through it. If I die on the first boss and stuff a bunch, that's fine. That happens all the time. You get a bunch of lives back easily in this game. It's not about having a bunch of lives. It's about doing really well on one of them. That's the way this game works. But I'm not gonna die a bunch of times during the middle of the level. If we keep going, that's just stupid. Shit. There we go. Definitely have had worse runs. Depends on what I eat. Runs. It's gross. kind of didn't want that, but I got it. So I'm going to learn to work with it.
Opening out. Enemy vanguard cleared. Approaching objective.
Badass.
Go to the right. Thermal laser, level 2.
Shit. I hate it when power-ups are off the screen.
Keep firing.
Where shit fell apart on me last time. Dying in here is a guaranteed, like, 4-death scenario or something.
Thermal laser. Thermal missile. Speed up. Multiple.
Shit, that's something you can run into? Lesson learned. Okay. I thought that was a background element.
Full speed. Caution. Multiple large weaponized organisms detected. Speed up. Multiple. Speed up. We're entering a metal gal layer. Alert. Laser. Level 2. Multiple. Speed up. Multiple. Laser. Multiple. Speed up. Speed up. Thermal laser. Multiple. Go up. Speed up. Multiple. Speed up. Missile. Level 2. Multiple. Force field. Searching database. Closest match. Artifact weapon Moai. Equipped with class standard armament. Unrecognized variant. Thermal laser. Level 2.
I mostly have been picking easier, which are also therefore lower scoring paths through this 4th level area. Um, Obviously, if you become more skilled at the game, then you want to start sliding over to the wider paths that have more enemies in them you can just destroy and get a higher score. If you're really powered up, you're probably doing that anyway. I probably should be rethinking how I place some of this, but great game, and I think M2 did a fantastic job of capturing, especially the gameplay of Salamander, and maybe it's a little more visually styled towards being a Gradius game, but it certainly plays like Salamander, and that's if you're a fan, that's what's going to matter to you, I think. I really like all of the games in both series a lot, and I play them all the time. So, but anyway, that's Salamander 3. They still make good shooters even in 2025. What do you know? So, thanks for watching, and have a good weekend.